The Chancellor of the Exchequer has issued a warning to Midlanders. There are more big cuts to come in public spending, despite recent improvements in the economy. George Osborne was speaking as he toured a car parts factory in Coleshill.
It's a company that's just announced 400 new jobs. But as our political correspondent Alison Mackenzie reports, Mr Osborne was keen to remind us there is still a mountain to climb.
If you're coming with a tough message to announce, pick a location where there is good news in the air. George Osborne chose Sertec automotive plant in Coleshill. 400 new jobs are to be created on top of the 200 last year.
Vote of confidence in the workforce here. It's a vote of confidence in the Midlands. And it's also a vote of confidence in the economic plan that is working for Britain. This factory is a good place to talk about that plan.
Sertec supply Jaguar Land Rover. Their success is passed down to smaller firms who well remember the pain of the tough times.
We lost a number of people and we had to make some very difficult decisions. Pleasingly now, it's the polar opposite of that.
But the Chancellor had a wider message today. On top of the billions of pounds in cuts already being implemented, a further 25 billion to come post the election in 2015. The biggest hit will be to welfare.
On the Treasury's current forecasts, £12 billion of further welfare cuts are needed in the first 2 years of the next Parliament. That's how to reduce the deficit without even faster cuts to government departments or big tax rises on people.
Today is really as much about politics as the economy. George Osborne announced he'll allow MPs to have a vote on the deficit. It's really a challenge to Labour, saying, will you back us or admit to voters that if you were in power, you would increase borrowing and increase spending? But Labour say the cuts are the result of government failures.
What's happened under this government is that ordinary people are £1,600 a year worse off, and yet this government has chosen to give a tax cut to millionaires. So it shows you that their priorities are completely wrong.
It's the private sector that holds the key to recovery in the Midlands, such as this kitchen manufacturer, according to the Chancellor. But expect to hear much more tough talking in 2014. Alison Mackenzie, ITV News, Westminster.